Welcome back to The Everyday Stoic. I'm William Mulligan, and today I'm sharing with you a list of Stoic quotes from all aspects of life, whether it is discipline, kindness, or patience. And listening to these quotes will hopefully help you build upon these character traits. It's a long one, so hopefully you can listen to it whilst you go for a run, whilst you meditate, whilst you tidy up. Just something to play so you can start to soak up the wisdom of Stoicism and incorporate it into your day whilst you live your life. I hope you enjoy. Today's video is sponsored by the Memento Mori Life Calendar, which is a reminder of your own mortality and a reminder to have gratitude and presence for every moment that you have starting now. Get 10% off with code STOIC. I hope you enjoy.
What is to give light must endure burning. The goal of life is living in agreement with nature. They who fear suffering are already suffering from what they fear. Stop and ask yourself if what you're doing is necessary. Is it important that you do it? Is there something else you could be doing? Let go of the things that stress you. If it is not necessary to do, then let go, and let go of the stress that it holds over you. Is it necessary? What is important? Remember these two questions. Desire is a contract that you make with yourself to be unhappy until you get what you want. You have power over your own mind, not outside events. Rationalize this, and you will find strength. We must be willing to roll the dice and lose. Prepare at the end of the day for none of it to work. It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own. What we fear doing most is usually what we most need to do. A man is no bigger than the smallest thing that provokes him. Associate with people who are likely to improve you. Welcome those who you are capable of improving. The process is a mutual one. Men learn as they teach. Take a deep breath. Get present in the moment and ask yourself what is important this very second. Whatever moral rules you have deliberately proposed to yourself, abide by them as if they were laws, and as if you would be guilty of impiety by violating any of them. I begin to speak only when I'm certain that what I'll say isn't better left unsaid. Change is never painful. Only your resistance to change is painful. Life is very short and anxious for those who forget the past, neglect the present, and fear the future. Man's character is his fate. How do you move forward? One step at a time. How do you lose weight? 1 kilo at a time. How do you write a book? 1 page at a time. How do you build a relationship? 1 day at a time. In a world obsessed with speed, never forget things of real worth and value take time. It is easy to blame them. It is hard to confront me. The easy path is the road to ruin. The hard path is the way of growth. The things you own end up owning you. Because the thing seems difficult for you, do not think it impossible for anyone to accomplish. If you are irritated by every rub, how will your mirror be polished? Don't demand or expect that events happen as you would wish them to. Accept events as they actually happen. That way peace is possible. Nothing endures but change. Don't get mad at others because life is kicking your ass. Once you've truly controlled your own fate, for better or for worse, you'll never let anyone else tell you what to do. Become your own worst critic. See your work as if through the eyes of others. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. In life, it doesn't matter what happens to you or where you came from. It matters what you do with what happens and what you've been given. Understand a critic doesn't disturb you. It disturbs your ego. You want to know the truth. Your ego is scared of it. First see clearly. Next act correctly. Finally, endure and accept the world as it is. Another person cannot hurt you without cooperation. You are hurt the moment you believe yourself to be. Missing a train is only painful if you run after it. Likewise, not matching the idea of success others expect from you is only painful if that's what you are seeking. Your mistakes and circumstances do not define you, and they should not have control over your actions today. You can choose to do good now, and choose to be good now. That is how you will be defined. You're a good person as you are a good person today. Don't be held back by your past, and don't let others' perception of you hold you back. There is no better way to grow as a person than to do something you hate every day. Don't let your fears paralyze you into becoming a lesser version of yourself. Eliminate fear by confronting what you're afraid of. Events happen as they do. People behave as they are. Embrace what you actually get. I have to die. If it is now, well then I die now. If later, then now I will take my lunch, since the hour for lunch has arrived, and dying I will tend to later. Happiness is a choice that requires effort at times. Be true to whoever or whatever you are, and wear it like a badge of honor. Fit in with one person and one person only, yourself. We should not, like sheep, follow the herd of creatures in front of us, making our way where others go, not where we ought to go. I'm not asking you to be fearless. I'm asking you to be courageous. If you are ruled by mind, you are a king. If by body, a slave. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. Nothing is more valuable than your time, for it is irretrievable. Putting things off is the biggest waste of life, as it denies us the present by promising the future. If it is important to you, then do it. Think of all the things you've put off in your life and never got around to. Don't let the things that are important to you now be added to that list. Do what you will, even if you tear yourself apart. Most people will continue doing the same thing. If you seek tranquility, do less, or more accurately, do what's essential. What the reason of a social being requires, and in the requisite way, which brings a double satisfaction, to do less better. Why is this so unbearable? Why can't I endure it? You'll be embarrassed to answer. No man is good by chance. Virtue is something which must be learned. True rewards, wealth, knowledge, love, fitness, and equanimity come from ignoring others and improving ourselves. The rob that smiles steals something from the thief. Progress is not achieved by luck or accident, but by working on yourself daily. No great thing is created suddenly, any more than a bunch of grapes or a fig. If you tell me that you desire a fig, I answer that there must be time. Let it first blossom, then bear fruit, then ripen. I am ready to take on the challenges that today will throw at me. I am aware that the day may knock me back or even knock me down, but I am ready. I understand that each day I have lived, and each day that follows has its own obstacles. Because of this knowledge, I am prepared for the challenges, and I can use them as a chance to learn or build character. He who reigns within himself and rules passions, desires, and fears is more than a king. You become what you give your attention to. If you yourself don't choose what thoughts and images you expose yourself to, someone else will. Keep your intention pure. Emotions will try to distract you, so keep going. That's the cure. A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man without trials. Cultivate a fearless approach to life. Attack everything with boldness and energy. If you are pained by any external thing, it is not the thing that disturbs you, but your own judgment about it. And it is in your power to wipe out this judgment now. As each day arises, welcome it as the very best day of all, and make it your own possession. We must seize what flees. Make the mind tougher by exposing it to adversity. Don't let jerks live rent-free in your head. Every hour focuses your mind attentively on the performance of the task in hand, with dignity, human sympathy, benevolence and freedom, and leave aside all other thoughts. You will achieve this if you perform each action as if it were your last. To be calm is the highest achievement of the self. The only thing you can control is the thought you are having right now. Make it calm, clear, and simple. Make it your superpower. We should always be asking ourselves, is this something that is, or is not, in my control? Learn to be indifferent to what makes no difference. Self-control is strength. Right thought is mastery. Calmness is power. If you are struck by the appearance of any promised pleasure, guard yourself against being turned away by it. But let the affair wait your leisure, and procure yourself some delay. Then bring to your mind both points in time, that in which you will enjoy the pleasure, and that in which you will repent and reproach yourself after you have enjoyed it. And set before you, in opposition to these, how you will be glad and applaud yourself if you abstain. And even though it should appear to you a seasonable gratification, take heed that its enticing, and agreeable, and attractive force may not subdue you, but set in opposition to this, how much better it is to be conscious of having gained so great a victory. Fear is a natural reaction to moving closer to the truth. Life is a storm that will test you unceasingly. Don't wait for calm waters that may not arrive. Derive purpose from resilience. Learn to sail the raging sea. It is the power of the mind to be unconquerable. To be even-minded is the greatest virtue. People are always looking for shortcuts. The only way to achieve greatness in life is to have patience, consistency, and discipline. It can ruin your life only if it ruins your character. Otherwise, it cannot harm you, inside or out. If you lose your self-control, everything will fall. Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. You must look at your situation as if you were an outsider, without bias. Before you react, you must see from an unbiased point of view. It is okay to be wrong, and it is of great character to be able to admit your mistakes and downfalls. Once you accept them, then you are able to fix them. It is even true that sometimes you may be the villain, but while you hold bias, you will never see the truth. The truth is that our finest moments are most likely to occur when we are feeling deeply uncomfortable, unhappy, or unfulfilled. For it is only in such moments, propelled by our discomfort, that we are likely to step out of our ruts and start searching for different ways or truer answers. External things are not the problem, it's your assessment of them, which you can erase right now. Never let people who choose the path of least resistance steer you away from your chosen path of most resistance. Genius often really is just persistence in disguise.
So one thing I always say about these videos, the quotes and the advice and the affirmations, is when you hear it for the first time, some of them spring to mind and they stick to your mind and you remember them. But when you listen to it twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, they go from being just a quote you remember to become part of your routine, your habit. And then once you've incorporated this quote enough into your routine and your habit, then they become part of your character. So a quote, for example, Marcus Aurelius' quote from the Meditations, "Perfection of character is this, to live every day as if it were your last, without frenzy, without apathy, without pretense." The first time I heard that quote, I thought it was an interesting quote. I kind of understood it, and then I kept listening to it, kept reading it, and incorporating it into my daily routine. When I was wasting time, I'd think of that quote and stop wasting time. And now I don't have to think about the quote, it's just incorporated into my character. So it's a good idea to write down your favorite quotes or listen to these on repeat. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you want to support what I'm doing, you can get the Memento Mori life calendar. It is a calendar that every week you fill in the box, and that is a reminder that a week of your life has passed. And as you fill it out, you see that 30 years has passed, 40 years, 50 years, 20 years, however old you are, this time has passed and you will never retrieve it. You'll never get it back. So this, what people consider a morbid reminder, is actually a beautiful reminder. I think it's one of the most remarkable things I learned when I discovered Stoicism is Memento Mori, the reminder of your own mortality. It's created presence and gratitude for every second I have and everything that I have, because I know that nothing lasts forever and neither do we. If you want to see more of what I'm doing, then head over to Instagram at TheEverydayStoic, where you can join in the Stoic community. There's 411,000 like-minded Stoics right now, sharing their opinion on Stoicism, sharing their facts, their learnings, their teachings, anything just revolving around Stoicism. It's great, and I do regular Q&As, share Stoic memes, Stoic affirmations, Stoic quotes, Stoic lessons. So head over to there. You can become a YouTube member and have access to the membership features, or you can just subscribe, leave a comment of your favorite quotes, and have a great day. Thank you for watching.